war with the British Crown. Do you know who gave money to George Washington to buy arms, clothing, because the feet were freezing of our soldiers? It was a man named Chaim Solomon. Chaim Solomon was a Jewish man who gave hundreds of thousands of dollars of his own money to help establish America as a free nation. Israel helped America in our time of need. Israel, when they're under attack and have difficulty, I believe it is our responsibility also to help them. It's a symbiotic relationship that I think is absolutely important. But speaking about that, I want to talk about our U.S. military for a moment. And I believe in our U.S. military. My father served in the Second World War, like maybe many of yours and grandfathers. He also served in the Korean conflict. My brother served in the Vietnam War era. My daughter served till recently, one of my daughters, and her son right now is supposed to be coming home to San Diego, but instead of coming home from San Diego, he was now shipped towards the Persian Gulf over the whole circumstance that's going on right now. I support our military, and myself, like maybe many of you, when I walk into a restaurant even and you see some of our military sitting down eating, how many of you have stopped and bought them a meal? Anybody? I know I have, and I know many of you have, and many people have. And I see them, I look them in the eye and I say, thank you for serving. Shake their hands. And I'm always met with a smile, a thank you, and they don't really want to take credit for what they've done. But they have stood guard to keep America free, the land of the free, the home of the brave. And they have stood that ground for us for years. And I am very appreciative of it. But that being said, does anybody here know, has anybody looked at the lists who our U.S. government believes are the greatest terror threats in America today? Number one is our former U.S. military. I do not know how our government can look at our former military men and women with disdain and believe that they are a threat to our country when they've given literally their lives and their limbs. I was with a man about a week ago named Stanley. I helped Stanley move from a chair to his wheelchair. He was an older gentleman, I would guess 82 years old. As I helped Stanley into his chair, Stanley says the darn leg. And I said, hey, it's no problem. He said, yeah, I lost it on a beach in Italy. I was so choked up, I could hardly say thank you. He said, thank you for me helping him into his chair. And I said, no, thank you. I mean, there are literally U.S. servicemen giving arms, legs, limbs for this country. And for our country to look at them with disdain is just, to me, it's unconscionable. I'm going to deal with a couple issues just very quickly. One is our southern border. Our southern border, there are many people talking about amnesty today. I believe we should have amnesty, but not until the southern border is secured. The southern border needs to be secured so there are not terrorists coming over the border, and we need to protect our sovereignty. You don't have to look any further than Mexico's southern border, and when you look at Mexico's southern border, you will see a fenced border with razor wire on the top, and that's the way America's southern border needs to be protected. Enough said. Obamacare. It was passed without a single Republican vote. It was not a bipartisan issue. It was passed strictly by one party. My take on it, and I'll leave it because there's plenty of conjecture, plenty of people talking about it. I'm going to give one statement. It was passed without a single Republican vote, funded that way. Ben Franklin said, people are willing to sacrifice their freedoms or their liberties for safety. And he said when people get to the point where they're willing to sacrifice their liberty for safety, they deserve neither liberty nor safety. And so when we're looking at things like that, and we're looking at a situation called the NSA, where our liberties are being infringed on. I mean, there's people here with smartphones, iPhones, different type of, and everybody here has computers today. And we have a U.S. government spying on you. They're putting pressure on you. They're putting pressure right now on Yahoo, Google, and every server there is on the internet, telling them they now want your passwords. They want your passwords for your internet websites. They want your passwords for your email addresses. They want to be able to control every aspect of your life. For me, I am a freedom-loving man. I love America. But I do not appreciate the fact that our government treats you and I as terror suspects ourselves. And America is still the land of the free. It is the home of the brave. And I believe a candidacy of Monti Moreno running with the Republican Party will take this and help change America back to what the Founding Fathers' original intent was. Restore your freedoms, restore your liberties, and not destroy our country and not destroy our jobs. I would be job-friendly, oil-friendly, coal-friendly, job-friendly, period. Because you cannot separate jobs from energy. You try to separate them, you'll destroy energy, you destroy jobs. Anyways, my name is Monti Moreno. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. God bless you. God bless America.
Yeah.
Thank you.